Right, welcome back to another outlying Wainwright walk. Something a bit more normal today than the highlands on the previous video. Now today we're going to pick up several over 2 or 3 different walks. We've started here in Kentmere, so you've got to get here pretty early to nab one of the parking spots down by the church there. Now there's about 5, 6, 7 parking spots maximum. I got the last one and it's 7:40 AM and there's still loads of cars coming in now, so they're not going to be able to park. They're going to have to go and do another walk somewhere else. So that's the warning for Kentmere. Anyway, where are we going first? We're going following this track from Moor Green Quarter up to Hollow Moor and Green Quarter Fell. 2 outlying fells on this walk. It's a relatively short loop, about 3 or 4 miles I believe, but we're following this public bridle way, and I believe that's one of the fells just up there before we descend on the other side and back down to the car. So yeah, a very warm day. This layer ain't gonna stay on very long, but for a lovely area. I love Kentmere, famous for the Kentmere horseshoe. Over there, the big fells. It's like a 9 Wainwright loop. I do have a video on the channel of that loop. Once again, I think I got the last parking spot on that one as well, so I've been very fortunate with Kentmere. Just managed to get out of bed in time, so ideally you want to be here before 7 really, to comfortably get a spot. But what can we see over here? There's the church there, and you go up through this pass initially, that takes you into Trout Beck. This must be Sallows up here, and Sour House just behind here, and York Hill Bell on the Kentmere loop. But I'm not here for them today. More outlying Wainwrights, so let's get up them. Right, so just a word on that parking. At busy times, I assume weekends, bank holidays, things like that, they do open a field that can house, I don't know, 50 cars, but it's never open. It's Thursday today, and I guess the summer holidays are finished. We're literally on the last 2 days of summer as I speak, but it needs to be open permanently. It's such a popular route, and it's just a lovely area. I mean, the farmer could charge what he wants, 5 quid, 10 quid. You are supposed to put a £3 donation in the Institute collection box, which I always do. There's nothing to suggest that you put it in there. You don't get a ticket or anything like that, it's just goodwill. But I don't know, do the people in Kentmere not want the extra tourists, which I suppose is fair enough. But you can make some pretty coin. I reckon 20 or 30 cars would go down there on a weekend. 10 pun each, 5 pun each. I don't know, 300, 150 to 300 quid you could make. Everyone will be happy to pay it. It's a difficult drive to get here, so you just want that assurance that you're going to get somewhere to park before you even try it. But, that's just my 2 pence on it. We're getting our first views looking south now, down to Staveley. I believe over here you can actually see the monument of High Knot, which like I said on my Staveley video, it's on private ground, so you're not allowed to actually go up there without permission, and doesn't seem to be anybody about to give you permission. But anyway, so that's going to be High Knot, and over here we're going to have I think it might be Brunt Knot, part of also the Staveley East Walk. But yeah, this track's fantastic. It's obvious it's just going up to the shoulder here, and it'll take us all the way along the ridge. So as long as you manage to get here and park, you can rest assured you're not going to get lost on this route. Looks quite well worn, a lot of bike tracks. And a final note on the parking: I normally do these walks with Dave Hewitt. Hiking Viking has just started his own YouTube channel, so go and give him a subscribe if you like outlying Wainwrights, and I don't know, he goes for more varied places than I do in his private time. But I never told him that I was coming to do this today, because I knew there'd be a fight for parking. I didn't want to have that on my mind. And it's a good job I didn't, really, because only one of us would have got parked there. The other one would have had to drive all the way back to bloody Staveley and, I don't know, sulk. Right, so you follow the path through that gate and you've got your first decision to make. There is a couple of paths here, one going that way, but it's obvious where we need to go. We need to go up to 425 metres to bag Green Quarter Fell, Hollow Moor first. The second one is a nameless summit, but it's now entitled Green Quarter Fell. It's a little bit shorter. So we're just going to get up to this horizon here, and we should have a decent view down onto Skeggles Water, which I won't visit. You can do this route from what's it called, Longsleddle, but I think there's maybe a couple of extra parking spots down there, but the road's just as bad as driving into Kentmere. I can't get off this subject of dodgy parking. I've seen another dozen cars come down that road as I've been walking up there. They're either gonna cause a nuisance and block everybody in, or they're gonna do the sensible option and turn around and come back another day. I think most of them will turn around, but there's always a couple of maniacs, isn't there, who just dump a car. And to make things worse, I overtook the bin man. So there's a bin wagon coming down here as well, so he's going to need to turn around somewhere. You can keep that job. I'd hate to be the postman that comes down here. Anyway, that's enough about the parking. Let's continue the walk. And here we are, overlooking Skeggles Water. Lovely little tarn. I'm not going to go and visit it because I've heard it's pretty boggy and I'm done with getting wet feet. I just want a break from that for a change. So I believe we've seen this water before on this channel when we were doing the Bannisdale horseshoe, which is going to be up here. This must be Whitebarrow, possibly Ancro Brow here, and yeah, we looked over and we did finally get views on that route. And I did say in the video, what's that tarn? But cracking. It's good when you start piecing it all together. This is wild, a very wild area. But Hollow Moor, it's just here, we're nearly there. Another 50 metres or so. A little ruined building here, we'll have a look at that. So there's Hollow Moor just up there, and I'm guessing the little shorter one there is Green Quarter Fell, so that's considered two Outlying Wainwrights. But I couldn't resist to look over to this old barn here. Look at it, that's quite a big building. Oh. Somebody once, long ago, decided, right, there's water there, there's sheep here for food, I can probably grow a few vegetables in this land, I'm building a house here. You know, could say it was a sheep pen, but it's a bit elaborate for a sheep pen. It's got like you wouldn't need one with walls that high, and it's got like the arched roof, so it probably had a sloped roof on it. I reckon someone probably did spend a lot of time here. And there's like a cutout here. I'm wondering if that would have been the toilet. Interesting. Close to the edge there. Wonderful, wonderful. Probably just a shepherd's hut or something like that, so probably people didn't live here permanently, but maybe quite comfortable there, I think. Anyway, enough dollywagging. Let's get up to Hollow Moor. Right, so I must have missed the path when I was back at that little building over there. I reckon I should have went up there somewhere, but I just followed the good path. No matter, it's taken us up still, and it's still quite comfortable. But I believe this is Hollow Moor over here, so I'm going to get to the top of here, out and back to that left, and then come back and pick up this one, which is the nameless Green Quarter Fell with there's a magnificent white horse on top of it looking at me. Right, so here we are in the col between Hollow Moor here and Green Quarter Fell here. Hello horses. So yeah, a little bit of an unorthodox way I came up there. I don't know where I missed the path back there, but anyway, we're just going to do a quick out and back over here to Hollow Moor, and I'm going to retrace myself and pick up that one there. So little gap in the fence here. I don't see any stiles, so make the best of it. Oh. Right, here we are on the first outlying Wainwright of the day of Hollow Moor, 425 metres. We'll take it. Boom. What a fell. What a little cairn. It's a gate post, I think. Yeah, splendid. Aye, we're right on track again now. This is where we should have came up from, but yeah, I must have missed that down there somewhere. I'm looking over to Skeggles Water. Like I say, we just came up here, and that's the nameless summit just over there, that little smaller one. It's about 415 metres or something like that. A little bit shorter, but I'll nip over there and have a word with them horses. But aye, what can we see from here? Look at this, the Kentmere horseshoe in all its glory. All the way up to, I think it's York, Ilbell, Frosick, round onto Thornthwaite Crag, High Street. I don't think you can quite see Mardale, Ilbell or Harter Fell, but we've got Kentmere Pike here and Shipman Knots. That's quite a difficult descent coming down that, because you're pretty tired after that big loop. But anyway, I'm gonna have a quick cup of tea here. It's a lovely day for it. Cheers. Oh. That's it, aye. So just retracing ourselves, we came up this way, and this is Green Quarter Fell, just here, just a short pull up, and we're going to be greeted by a group of horses. Hello. You okay? Come there. Come to me. Touch. No. Oh, these. There's a lot of horses up actually on Kentmere Pike. That's where I saw them last as well. Right. Try and find a summit up here. Excuse me, do you mind clearing off the summit so I can take a photograph? Thank you. We'll have your bait hour there somewhere. Nah, there's no up here in terms of summit cairn. Nameless, quite rightly so, I would say. Aye. Not too bad though. I think this is the high point over here. But I think you just take your pick really. Nothing spectacular. Nice view into Kentmere, but like I say, you had that on Hollow Moor. So yeah, not the most spectacular of summits, but it's been a nice walk. A little bit off-piste in this area. Right, it's time to head down, but I think I might have found the summit. There is a rock here, look. The only rock up here. It seems to be the highest point, so whatever. Let's head down here. Right, that's just us descending Green Quarter Fell. It's a bit of a free-for-all down there. There isn't much in terms of path, so you're going to need your GPX, but I'm just going to head for this gate here. It looks like there's a track going towards it there. It's online with my map, so I think that should be just about it for this one. Right, welcome back to part 2 of this Southern Outlying Fell medley. We've just parked up off the A590 just before Mill Beck, I think it's called. Very easy to find, there's plenty of parking, free, and we're just working our way to the path up Whitbarrow Scar, and the Wainwright on it is Lord's Seat, I believe, another Lord's Seat. So Path's very easy to follow. It's well posted, public footpath signs and the like. I'm just following our way up through this forest. It's only a couple hundred metres, I believe, 3 or 4 mile loop, but I'm expecting some good views on this one. A lot of people have advised me it's one of the best they've done. So as we look south there, wonderful. Right, let's get up here. It isn't half nice to be out of that sun. It's absolutely roasting. Where's this been all summer? Like I say, what is it, 19th of September now? Officially 2 days left of summer. I'm not going to complain. What we got here, that's where we came from. Beck here, that'll take us back to the car. So I think we're going to be going this way for a little short while. And cut back up left, up onto the Whitbarrow Scar path. I don't know where this weather's come from. There's a couple of days left of summer officially, but it can stay like this as long as it wants. Make up for some lost time. See, a lot of wild campers have been out over the weekend while I've been up in the Highlands. It's lovely up there as well. See Andrew Beavers, he was on Hill Crag just a couple of days ago, I believe. Alan Hovarth in his favourite spot, I believe, around Ennerdale potentially. But great weather for it. I still don't have the confidence to do it alone, but we're working up to it. I might have to force myself after I finish these outlays. Like I say, Saturday 2nd of November is when I'm planning on finishing. Feel free to join. There's already a couple of people going to join us on that one for Black Coombe. There's 2 other outlying fells on that route, White Coombe and Stoopdale Head, so it's quite a long walk. So it's going to be fairly fit, I would say. And it is one of the bigger outlying fells, but I'm very much looking forward to it. There we are. Oh, that's a relief. Thought I was going the wrong way there. That's why I hate walking through forests. It's hard to spot the path. I'm just got to trust you, man. Plot it right. But like I say, it's only a couple hundred metres. This one is quite a workout. It's weird how the previous fell, Green Quarter and Hollow Moor, 400 odd metres. Absolute doddle. I think it must be due to the distance you actually walk into it. It's just a gradual climb up. And then again, for 200, 300 metre fells, it can be much harder. So there's the first look of the scar now. Alright, I found my mistake now. I think this is the path I should have came on. So at that signpost at the bottom I should have turned left, not right, because I was supposed to come up here, and then yeah, this is the sharp left turn up through the forest, up onto the Whitbarrow Scar. Yeah, we're on course now. So I guess you could go either way. It's a little bit longer walk through the forest. This is what you've got to love about the Outlying Wainwrights. Beautiful day, very easy fell. There's absolutely nobody here. Incredible. You've got it all to yourself. There we have it. Half hour from the car. A little bit of work and we're up. We've just got to walk along the ridge to the summit now, but oh why, it's absolutely spectacular. So I've got about, the good thing about doing all these walks is I've got about 52 walks I can do with the Wainwrights in. These outlying fells are going to take me, what, 25, 30 odd walks. So I've got a basket of about 80 walks I can just go back and do at any point. I'm never going to be bored again with the occasional trip up north to Scotland to discover something new. Yeah, there's all the burkets to do and things like that. I can pick them up. I can make use of the walks I've got to go out and back and get some burkets, but that's what I'm doing it for. Just a sack full of walks. I've got 80 odd walks in the bag ready to go for anybody who wants to have a day out. I like giving advice to people as well. If you don't know where to go and you want something, I've got walks of all different difficulty levels and lengths and for different fitness levels, so I'm trying to build that up. I do plan on doing some group walks eventually. Like I say, I'm part of the Lake District hiking and wild camping group. I'll post them on there. There we are, we can see right along the ridge now. Very little in terms of ups and downs from here. There's a couple of cairns, I'm not sure which is the Wainwrights summit or the summit. I'm just going to go for the high point, which I believe is Lord's Seat at 215 metres. So I've kind of worked out where I am now. These must be the notorious Newton Fells, north and south. Oh, I'll never go back to them, especially in the summer. I might go back in the winter at one point, but that was a very tough walk. And then as we follow the Newton Fells, we've probably got Staveley Fell over here. There's Kentmere Fell, very small one just down there I believe, and behind it the big one is Gummers How. So I've got that as a loop to do, those three there: Gummers How, Staveley Fell and Kentmere Fell. There we go, just the horizon of the first mound there. And we can look over to Scout Scar now. Just over there, must be that ridge line. Not very distinctive, but I can just about see it. Can't quite see the mushroom on it. But there's just a little short up and down here, and that must be Lord's Seat there, right at the back. Got all those dead trees, like a tree graveyard. It really is like a scar on the land. There's several scars, like I mentioned before: Scout Scar, Kunswick Scar, and you've got Reston Scar and Staveley, all around the south east of Cumbria. And I guess a scar, it's like a jagged layered rock formation, not very high, but they all look quite distinctive, so I guess that's how they get their name. And they're usually pretty barren at the tops, like this. All these dead trees. Not much in terms of wildlife up here. A lot of cliffs for birds and that to roost in, but I haven't seen any. They don't appear to use it, so yeah. Scar's a good word for it, I suppose. And this is looking east to the How Gills, which is probably going to be the next port of call after these outlying fells. I think there's about 40 odd of them. I'm not sure I want to do them all, but there is a couple of big walks to bag the 2,000 feet plus hills. Quite a big walk as well. I think it picks up about 15 to 20 of the How Gills, so I think a couple of walks like that should be good enough for me. The sleeping elephants, as Wainwright calls them. And there we are, Lord's Seat, 215 metres. What a view. It's looking west, north. I think you can just about see the fells we were on earlier today. Must be about there, just in Kentmere, Hollow Moor. There we go, this one's for Tony's trail. Tony, there's Gummers How that you did, so I'm guessing that mound of trees there was the birch fell burkitt that you struggled to get up. I don't think I'll be bothering going up there. Just looks like a pile of trees. Need fun for me. Right, that's just heading down Whitbarrow on this good path that heads west from the fell summit back into Mill Beck. Oh, right, that's just down from Whitbarrow now, heading back to Mill Beck on the lower path. And I just thought I'd better wrap up the adventure from here. I was going to do another walk today, but it's overwhelming for me. I can't handle it. I'll kill myself.